Walk us through this, Phil, and it looks like the facilities that are being affected are those that make sedans more than any others.
Correct, and that's at the heart of this move from General Motors. People are just not buying as many cars, compact cars, sedans in general, and as a result, these plants are going to be affected. 3 final assembly plants in North America, they're being shuttered. That basically means they're going to stop sending product there. Officially, they have not closed, but you can read the writing on the wall. Lordstown employs 1,435, more than 1,300 deployed at the Hamtramck plant in Detroit, and in Oshawa, Ontario, roughly 2,200. By the way, those workers this morning, a lot of them walked off the job when they got the news. Here's what some of those workers had to say.
Nobody will tell us anything, and that's why we're leaving. There's people in there bawling their eyes out. I've never seen anything like it, and we can't get any answers, so we've stopped the line and we're leaving. And that's all I know.
Heart's pumping out of my chest right now, but I've been here 13 years, so you got to take a stand at some point. So that's what we're doing.
As we mentioned, at the heart of this move from General Motors is the fact that people are not buying as many sedans, so they're doing away with a number of models, the Chevy Volt, the Cruze, the Impala. Some of these used to be fairly popular vehicles, at least on the car side of the business. They're also going to be getting rid of the Buick LaCrosse, the Cadillac STX, and the Cadillac CT6. Why do investors like this move? It's pretty simple. This is going to be helping the bottom line of General Motors. Free cash flow by the end of 2020 will improve by $6 billion. They're cutting capital expenditures by $1.5 billion. That's why shares of General Motors are moving higher. And I understand the reaction of the investors, Tyler, but you got to feel for the people in these towns. Not only the 3 plants being shut down, but there's 2 other facilities in the U.S. where they're losing jobs as well. It's a real kick in the gut at the beginning of the holiday season.
When we're talking about the job losses, Phil, is there any estimate as to the ancillary job losses? In other words, the people who make the components that go into these vehicles, presumably they won't be necessarily making these components anymore.
Correct. They won't. But remember, there's commonization, and that's why the suppliers, a lot of them have already been cutting jobs or streamlining their processes over time. But there's no doubt this is going to hurt the transporters, the support jobs in those communities. A lot of salaried workers are going to be losing their jobs as well. It's not just the line workers, but other people in addition. So this has huge ripple effects, not only in Northeast Ohio, but also in Detroit and up there outside of Toronto and Oshawa.
And Phil, we do want to ask you about Tesla, a very dramatic interview with Elon Musk done by Axios that came out over the weekend. And Musk basically said that Tesla was close to death. Those were his words.
They were his words, and the question becomes, how do you term a company dying? Let's remember that Elon Musk and Tesla probably could have gone to the capital markets and raised more money. But here's what Musk had to say about the push to increase Model 3 production and what it did to the company.
I mean, Tesla really faced a severe threat of death due to the Model 3 production ramp. Essentially, the company was bleeding money like crazy, and just if we didn't solve these problems in a very short period of time, we would die. And it was extremely difficult to solve them.
How close to death did you come?
Within single-digit weeks.
As you take a look at shares of Tesla, keep in mind that this company has been asked repeatedly over the last 6 months, do you need to go back to the capital markets? Do you need to raise more cash to help your facilities out or give you a little bit of a cash cushion? And they've said, no, we don't need to. So while he may use the term it was within weeks of dying, let's be clear here. It was unlikely that we were going to see Tesla go belly up completely and completely die.
All right, Phil, thank you very much.